Late scammer. Late scam. Oh shit. Hella gay. Damn, dude. Damn. That's cold. That's cold, motherfucker. It's fine. I'm upside down. How about now? I better. What'd it do? It's slow here. Well, that sucks. Yeah. Slow here too, man. So slow. What do I... There's something off about my appearance right now. Okay. I don't know what it is. I look at myself and I'm like, something's not right, dude. Oh, right, I'm sober. Okay. It's that Amish beard of yours? Yes, yes. Everyone's always calling me out for the Amish beard. It's too Amish. It's too goddamn Amish. I don't know, I just kept like, I don't know, I feel like I look weird. I don't know. Maybe it's the color of the shirt I'm wearing. Maybe it's because I haven't shaved this shit in a while. Get a stash and problem solved. No. No. Blasphemy, sir. That is what I call blasphemy. And I don't use that word lightly. Or at all, really, because I don't believe in blasphemy. But I like it. Same how I can, like, you know, not believe in Satan, but still like him. Looks like a shirt Warscope would wear in 300 videos. Damn. I'm getting insulted by being... I'm being insulted by being compared to people I've never even heard of. Damn, dude. Cut the beard and grow a Fu Manchu. I could do that. I'm not gonna do that, but I could. It's too red, dude. It's too red. It's too red or brown or whatever. That's the problem. I need to go black again, dude. I need to go all black. Black fucking hair. Black beard. And call me Blackbeard. He's the fat neckbeard Swegta is always ripping on. Ah. I've heard Swegta mention Warscope before. I don't know who that is. Personally, I've never watched him. Blackbeard, how original. It is original. Okay? And, I resent that you would, I resent the fact that you would fucking suggest any different. That's disgusting. Oop. Almost dropped my vape again. My other vapor situation is, leaking again, so... Dude, are you a ginger? I don't know. I wasn't originally, but, like, everything just starts turning red after a while. Or is it brown? I don't know, dude. I'm not the best judge. I'm a touch colorblind. But Maybe I've just dyed my hair red one too many times, and it's just, that's now the default it goes back to. Because no, I'm not a ginger. Didn't know you were slightly colorblind. I enjoy colors too, you know? It's just, I have trouble distinguishing between colors that look similar. So, reds and browns confuse me. Yellows and oranges often confuse me. Reds and pinks. Reds, pinks, and purples. Even though purple is my favorite color, I can't tell. Sometimes I can't tell if something's actually purple or not. Although, I guess I enjoy that entire, like, spectrum of color. I like pink, red, and purple, so it doesn't really matter to me if it's like, you know, if I'm like, ooh, I like that shirt, it's purple, and someone's like, actually, Jay, that's pink. I'm like, okay, I still like it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, dude. I have pink shirts. I like pink. I used to get shit for wearing pink, and I didn't understand why. Cause okay, I mean, it's fucking obvious. It's a really fucking dumb thing. You know, we've got this fucking culture that tells us, like, because I grew up, like, yeah, pink is for girls, blue is for boys, which is dumb because plenty of girls like blue, but boys aren't allowed to like pink, because it's wrong. I got a pink vape, motherfucker. I got a pink vape pen. It's a shitty fucking piece of fucking garbage vape, but it's pink, so I like it. How about magenta or turquoise? See, to me, like, magenta, what people tell me is magenta, I'm just like, that's like purple, right? And turquoise is green. Or maybe like a between green and blue. I don't know, dude. My mom used to dress me in hot pink as a kid in the 80s. I mean, I feel like in the 80s it was a little more acceptable. Then in the 90s, people got a little more, like, cause like in the 70s and 80s, people getting more like open and free and like, yeah, you know, like whatever, man. Like people were getting like, people were more chill about that shit. Then in the 90s, all the fucking baby boomer conservatives fucking got sand in their vaginas and realized that, oh no, our kids are growing up to be gay! We have to put a stop to this. This is all because we let our boys wear pink. This has to stop. Kids are getting confused. They don't even know. They're getting confused. They don't know what gender stereotypes are. They're not conforming to our gender fucking stereotypes. And so, I'm like, yeah, no son of mine will ever be seen in public wearing pink. I love how society can like progress on an issue a little bit, and then proceed to just completely undo it all, like the very next decade. I don't know, dude. But whatever. It's, let's see. A ton of pink is calling attention to yourself, but I'm all in black. I'm an all black basic bitch, so the fuck do I know? Whoa. Yeah, I mean, I've never been like, and I am more of a person that dresses in black. I've never really been a person that like goes out in like all pink and like, oh, look how bright pink, everyone pay attention. But I'll wear a pink shirt from time to time. A couple pink t-shirts that are pretty dope. And I couldn't believe, dude, in like the 2010s, me going to high school, people would people would give me shit for wearing, like, literally, I really thought, like, we were past this. When I went to school wearing a pink shirt and people gave me shit. And then, a little while later, I hear there's a movement, and there was an event at my school where literally everyone came to school wearing pink to support. It was like an anti-bullying movement because of basically, you know, gay kids coming to school and getting bullied, and it was like, okay, well, no, now we're all standing for this. Now we're all standing against bullying and by showing solidarity and all fucking wearing pink. Yeah, pink shirt day. I remember being like, I love how, like, a few days ago, or a few weeks or months ago, however long ago it was, everyone was fucking giving me shit for wearing a pink shirt. And now that it's a fucking cause, you know, everyone wants to virtue signal by showing up to school wearing a pink shirt. And, I'll be honest, guys, like, back then, and this isn't something I'm proud of, because back then, I was actually very conservative, and I was anti-gay, and I was too dumb to realize that even if I wasn't pro-gay, that I should still be anti-bullying. But me, being a completely indoctrinated, right-wing Christian piece of fucking shit, I was like, no, fuck this shit. And I was, like, protesting. I don't know how I was protesting, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna wear a pink shirt. In fact, I'm gonna wear, like, the most masculine fucking shirt that I can to fucking prove a point against these It's just completely ignorant, dude. It was ignorant. Yeah, dude. I'll be honest, I'm disgusted with myself. And not, see, because I don't blame myself either. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not, like, I don't have, like, some, like, white guilt or, like, or, like, straight. I'm not straight, I'm bi. And that probably had something to do with why I jumped on the anti-gay bandwagon a little bit. But I didn't know I used to be conservative. Well, that's the point. And this is why I don't blame myself for it, because I was raised in it. I was programmed to think that way. I was raised and programmed to be a Christian conservative, evangelical Puritan. And for a good portion of my life, you know, growing up, until I was at about 16, yeah, I was in that, I was completely programmed. Completely. 100%. So bad that there were times when there was a time I literally thought Obama was the Antichrist. Okay? Yeah. I vehemently make fun of anyone accusing anyone of being the Antichrist, really, but, like, Obama's the Antichrist, dude. You're not programmed now? No, I'm not cynic. I love how, just because, I love it. People who hold whatever position, anytime anyone holds a different position other than them, you know, especially if you think, oh, well, I think Jay is a reasonable person. I think he's reasonable enough. So he's not, he doesn't actually believe that. He's just been programmed. He's just been programmed by the right wing. I'm just asking, look into it. Look into what? What are you even talking about? Oh, yeah, you're programmed, dude. Look into it. Look into it. See, this is what happens when you go too far. Look, be skeptical. Don't just blindly accept what you're told. But when you go to the point of, like, everything must be a conspiracy. Everything must be bullshit. You come off as a bit of a fucking paranoid schizophrenic. Yeah, dude, everything is programming. We're all everything, every ideology, even the most reasonable ones. Dude, I hold my own fucking positions. You know you were programmed before, but you didn't know it at the time, so what makes now different? The difference is that now I think for myself. Now I weigh different fucking beliefs. I love how people love to accuse me, like, oh yeah, you just believe whatever these right-wing people tell you. No, I don't. No, I fucking don't. If you think I don't listen, well, left-wing people, whatever. Oh yeah, you just believe whatever these left-wing people tell you. I listen to the right, I listen to the center, I listen to everyone. And my position is that most people to the right of me are fucking stupid. That's my own critical opinion. Is that if you stand for and whatever, it's not all. I don't believe in, like, it's not all like there's some right wing positions that I kind of see eye to eye with some people on. Okay, I'm not a left wing tribalist at all, because there's a lot I disagree with the left on. I don't even like subscribing to one ideology, you know, because it just doesn't encompass who I am. It just doesn't. You're mighty defensive. I'm not accusing you of anything. Dude, I'm not being defensive. I'm just annoyed because you're not the first person this week to tell me that I'm just an idiot and I'm just programmed and I'm just believing whatever bullshit I hear, and I'm sick of it. It's called critical thinking. Exactly. And some people, I feel like some people take it too far. They think, oh, I have to think critically of everything. Nothing's true. Nothing is true. Everything's a lie. That's paranoia. Well, if it isn't the old man on the porch. Yeah. How do you think you've managed to detach your ego from your opinions and your thought process? I'm not sure I fully understand what you mean by that question. But I don't know if I have, per se, like, just detached, like, my because we all have an ego. You know, and we're all, I mean, honestly, it's this, and it's an ongoing struggle that I think most people don't admit that they struggle with, where you have to try to just not give a fuck what other people think, but you do. A part of you does. It's like, oh, well, you know, people think, people are going to look at me this way if I hold this belief. Or people are going to look at me that way. And that's honestly why, I'll be honest, that's why I've flip-flopped. That's why I've, I mean, over the last year, I will say, like, I tended to be a little more centrist on some things, and I tended to just buy into some more centrist talking points, mostly because of the centrist people surrounding me being like, no, this is logical, this is factual, and if you disagree with this, you're an idiot. And just being around people that are so sure of themselves and their beliefs, and it's like, well, maybe I'm not the best at defending my beliefs because, you know, whatever, I'm just not as good at arguing. And you have to separate that from oh, well, my opinion is just wrong then, right? Like, and this is the problem. This is what I've been talking about with, like, the problem with debates. Is that you can have a fucking debate with someone where someone is really good at debating something and they're factually wrong, and someone who's really bad at debating is factually right. It doesn't prove anything. And so many people are tied up in winning an argument. Winning. I have to win. I have to be proven right. Everyone has to look at me and say, yes, you are right. No, you don't have to do that. In fact, you're probably not going to. You're probably not going to get people... In fact, you won't. You won't get most people to be like, yes, you are correct. So, what it comes down to is standing up for the beliefs that you believe in. Is being principled. Is saying, this is what I believe. This is what I stand for. And I'm not going to compromise on that. If I say, I believe healthcare is a human right, you can sit there and throw whatever fucking statistics and pseudo-facts that you want at me, but that's still my belief. And you can be like, oh, but dude, you can't even pay for it. It's so stupid, man. Like, and I fucking bought those arguments for a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's true. Like, I don't think it's and you just and I didn't research into it any further. I just took the fucking centrist talking points and was like, yeah, okay, they know what they're talking about clearly because they've researched it, right? No, you got to research everything yourself. Everything. Everything. And if you sit here and think that I am advocating that anyone listen to me and just blindly accept what I say, then you're an idiot. And you're missing the fucking point of everything that I have ever said. Maybe not everything I've ever said, but, you know. I don't want anyone to just listen to people and blindly accept what they believe. And here's another thing, is I get accused a lot of not listening to differing points of views. That's just not true. That's just not true. In fact, for the longest time, I've surrounded myself with nothing but differing points of views. The problem is, when those people holding those differing point of views are so invested in winning an argument, winning a debate at all times, and they can't let go of their ideology for a minute. You know, they can't focus on, okay, what do we agree on though? You know, let's focus on the stuff we have in common. No, let's just argue about the ways in which we're different. And let me just sit here and try to make you look like an idiot because my argument's a little more clever. Or I'm a little more witty in my response. Or I'm quicker. I'm quicker at pulling out facts or arguments. That doesn't make you right. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. Whatever you think of Donald Trump, he's quick-witted and clever. Okay? At least when it comes to insulting people. At least when it comes to making comebacks. You know? He's got those witty comebacks and he's good at it. He's good at tearing people down. He's good at fucking... That doesn't make him right. But there's too many people who will jump on the Trump bandwagon and be like, oh, well, yeah, but look how clever he is. And he's clearly winning. And that's all it's about, right? It's winning. No, it's not about winning. It's about being principled and standing for what you fucking believe in. Am I still in New York? Not at the moment. I'm currently Can't you tell, mate? This is the fucking... This is the wall, dude. This is the wall I stream from. I'm in Toronto. Although I think I'll be going and spending a week or two in Buffalo. Not this week, but next weekend. In my experience, that's what gets in the way of people adopting critical thinking. What is the, well, no, I don't want to end. The people's needing to win an argument rather than, be principled and stand for what they believe in. 'Cause yeah. Oh, stop it. Stop that. Stupid app. Winning. Yeah. We start getting into ethical and moral imperatives. Yeah. The point of a debate is not to win, it's to present arguments to people and get them to weigh the options. Exactly. But people don't do that anymore. We don't look at debates in that way anymore. We look at debates in, no, I'm gonna win. Yeah, no, I'm here to win. I don't care what the other person has to say. I'm gonna win. And that's the problem. You see, debates used to be a format where people could actually get together, discuss ideas, and minds could be changed. They're not that anymore. No one has their minds changed at the end of a debate. People go into a debate thinking, okay, how do I win? How do I get my point across? How do I make my point seem like it's the correct one no matter what? I'm much rather... Because you know what? If you go into a debate and you come out of it being like, you know what? I actually agree with the other person. What are people going to say to you? People are going to say, oh, you're weak. You're weak. You're stupid. You couldn't even fucking hold on to your beliefs. Well, maybe your beliefs weren't worth holding on to in the first place. I'm not saying that doesn't mean maybe you're a weak-minded person. But maybe, just maybe, if you get into a debate with someone and you come out of it with your mind being changed, it's not, oh, well, you were weak. Maybe your opinion was wrong in the first place. But that's the false dichotomy we slip into. Oh, it has to be one or the other. Either you're weak or your opinion is wrong. No, sometimes it's just in the middle. Sometimes it's neither. Sometimes both people are really shitty at presenting their arguments. Or sometimes, maybe there's any number of things that could have to come out with debates, but people just look at the fucking results and be like, oh no, this person won, so they're right. I don't argue with people who are too far gone, as Kyle calls them. Yeah, no, I agree with Kyle. It's honestly a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It really is. Like, and so many people, and whatever, because they can say the same thing about us. They're like, oh, well, you're too far gone. Who's holding the fucking positions that the people overwhelmingly agree with? The common sense positions that look out for helping people. The people trying to do good things, not trying to corrupt the fucking government and politics and just everything. More corruption. I'm sorry, if you side on the side of corruption, you are factually wrong. You're wrong. And you're not fighting in your own best interests. And that goes for centrists and conservatives. If you fight for beliefs, if you fight for those beliefs, you are actively working against your own best interest, and you're wrong. And that's my belief. That's my opinion. And not everyone is a good debater. It doesn't make their position wrong. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'll be the first to admit to you guys, I'm not a good debater. That's not what I'm good at. I'm not good at quickly coming up with arguments on the spot. My skill set lies more along the lines of actually thinking about a well-reasoned argument, putting it together, and then presenting it. I don't know. I like to think things through more. And that's honestly, looking back at my performance on Pull the Trigger, I mean, you can kind of tell there's a lot of issues where I don't really, someone will say something and I don't really have a response for that right away. And I kind of just fold under pressure. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, no, I guess that kind of doesn't make sense. Fuck. And if I had, like, 5 minutes, not even, to just sit down and be like, without being put on the spot, without being under pressure, I could think, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you know what, actually I have, and you know what, not only could I think of a good argument, I could write out an entire fucking rant. I could sit here and do like a 5-minute rant on the topic most of the time. And that's what I've tried to fucking explain to people. I'm not a debater. I'm not. I'm a ranter, if anything. Out of curiosity, have you ever heard or encountered any kind of... What? Have you ever heard of or encountered any kind of organized crime in Canada? Okay, I'm going to say something right now. There's a misconception, and look, Canada is better than America in some ways. In other ways, it's not. Okay? Yes, Canada has some ways in which, like, the healthcare. We have universal healthcare. But don't get it twisted. Canada is just as corrupt and full of crime and evil as the United States of America and any other fucking nation in the world. As your lawyer, I advise you not to answer that question. Don't worry, I'm not gonna mention anything about Jason J. Delmonico Incorporated. But yeah, Canada has some issues similar to the US, but not quite the same. Canada, look, there's organized crime in Canada. There's corruption in politics in Canada. Absolutely. There's organized crime. There's shootings. We have shootings up here. In fact, there's not as bad as the States, but we have a lot of shootings in Toronto. Now, a lot of people have said, and I don't disagree, honestly, I do think that's where it comes from, is the U.S., the gun culture and the shooting culture, the idea of mass shootings. Because you know what? In terms of government and policies and laws and whatever, yeah, okay, Canada and America are two very different countries. But in terms of the culture, in terms of the actual people going about their day-to-day lives, Canada and America are the same. There are very minor differences in the way Canadians conduct their everyday lives and the way Americans conduct their everyday lives. That if I were to drop you in the middle of a Canadian city, or in the middle of a fucking American city, to just observe the people going about their lives, you wouldn't notice a difference. And that's as someone who has spent most of their life in Canada and has spent a good amount of time in the States, in many different states. And this is as someone who's also grown up deeply steeped in American culture. I didn't grow up, maybe a few here and there, a few Canadian TV shows and whatever, but I mostly watched American TV shows, American movies. Most of the stuff, most of the pop culture I was into was American. So we have very similar cultures. So whatever is prevalent in America's culture is going to be prevalent in Canada's culture, whether you like it or not. Which is why I think it's ludicrous when people tell me that, oh yeah, no, I don't have a stake in the political process in America, or I don't have a stake in American politics. That's not true. That's just not true. The people living their lives are all the same. And there is a huge crossover in cultures, and like I said, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. People go about their lives pretty much the same. People have the same values, the same ideas. People make the same jokes. People listen to the same music. People go to the same stores. We're the same. And yeah, pretty much anything you see in America is gonna go on in Canada. Like I said, we have our differences. America does not have universal health care as of yet. I do believe, contrary to what some people will tell you, I do believe it is a possibility. And I think it's an inevitability, actually. The main difference is Tim Hortons. You have Tim Hortons in America. I've been to Tim Hortons in America. So that's not even true. But no, and that's why I think just the fact that we're divided by this silly border is dumb. And the fact that we view ourselves as somehow inherently different from people in other countries, it's just not true. So yeah, Canada, US, and Mexico, all the same place, really. I'm not saying that. Because look, in Canada, as Bernie Sanders will tell you, if you go to the doctor with a life-threatening illness or whatever, you walk out of the fucking hospital paying $0. A vial of insulin up here in Canada costs 1/10 of what it costs in the States. However, there's also a lot of stuff that is way more expensive up here in Canada. Don't get me wrong. Healthcare is way cheaper. Medicine is way cheaper. That's because we view healthcare and medicine as a human right. But there's a lot of shit that's way more expensive. Your average consumer products are going to be way more expensive in Canada. Groceries are going to be more expensive. Fast food in general, you go out to a restaurant, it's going to be fairly more expensive than what it is in America, even when you take into account exchange rates. And there is a slight cultural difference, but it's really not one that's overly obvious. Mexico is our spicy brother, yeah. But I mean, when you look at Mexico too, I mean, there's a lot of people that are maybe it's not exactly the same. It's definitely not as similar as Canada and America are, but sure, they've got their similarities too. Do you think Quebec will become its own country eventually? I don't even know. My position has long been, if they want, and same position I have with Texas or any other country, state or province or whatever that wants to secede. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll see how you do on your own. Go. You want to separate? Go right ahead and do that. We'll see how well you fare. Although I do think, see, it would lead to problems because I mean Quebec is right in the middle of Canada. I mean, for a lot of you have to drive, and same thing with Texas. You have to drive through Quebec to get to a number of places in Canada. Same with Texas. You have to drive through Texas to get through any number of states in America. Now you can avoid Texas. It's actually easier to avoid Texas, believe it or not, than it is to avoid Quebec, I believe. But depending on where you're going. But if I'm wrong, am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, no, never mind. I mean, Quebec. See, no, yeah. Unless you're gonna go to fucking Newfoundland or fucking wherever, like, yeah, whatever. Quebec. That's the thing, though. See, if you're in Newfoundland, you're fucked. You're fucked because now you've got a completely different country separating you from the rest of the country. So yeah, no, I was completely fucked. I love how my American geography is better than my Canadian geography. I honestly thought Quebec was where Manitoba is. God. That's the thing, though, dude. Like, that's what I was taught growing up. I mean, my education was mostly like pop culture based. You know, because I didn't go to elementary school growing up. So I mean, I had American learning aids. You know, I had American video games where you learn. Computer games, you know, where they teach us, you know, American educational video games on the computer. I used to play those. That's where I got a lot of my fucking education growing up. And it's like, well, now I know all these American facts. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising me to be a good American. Well, I guess the way things worked out now, you know, it was never part of my plan to go move to America, but hey, that's it's funny. But Newfies are already separated by a giant tundra. I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever. It's I guess like the rest of Canada could get along if Quebec seceded. We could. It'd just be dumb. It's silly. It's silly. You know, you think of the old adage, you know, united we stand, divided we fall. I don't know why people don't realize that. Well, actually, people do realize that. All the wrong people realize that. The fucking corporate elites in America realize that. So they sow division among those who actually want to make a change. And against everyone, really. Just sow division among the people. And then, no one will oppose us. I think California could survive if they seceded. Maybe. Again, it would be dumb though. I don't know. I'm more for coming together, honestly, rather than putting up more barriers, more walls, more division. Personally, I'm for less division. Not to sound like a globalist or anything. Because I don't think I'm a globalist. I don't think globalism would work for us right now. Maybe at some point in the future. But right now, doesn't seem too viable. I do think it's something that humanity as a whole should move towards in the long run. Just hypothetical. Well, yeah, hypothetically they could survive. But it would be devastating for the country. It would be. Just think about that. I mean, a country that stands on the ability of the states to have their own rights, but to still be united together, and that's honestly why America is so strong. All these different states, all these different diverse ideas and opinions. It would cause a lot of problems. Tsar of Wojikistan. All hail Wojikistan. I like that, yo. Fuck Wojikistan, dude. We need a YouTube uprising. That's what we need. And I've honestly been calling for it for a long time. Like, all the content creators on YouTube need to stand up and be like, that's it. We're not making content anymore. But like big YouTubers that are making money on the platform, would have to be like, no, we're not making another fucking minute of content until shit fucking changes around here. But that's the problem. The people that are making money on YouTube, they don't care. It's the same with the billionaires and the ruling class. They don't care if, working class people are getting fucked over. Same shit, same principle. They might claim to care, but no one cares enough to do anything or to organize. And when you try to have an organization, too many people are like, no, I'm going to stay here, keep making my content, keep being nice and safe, and, why would I bite the hand that feeds me, Never mind, it's the same hand that's giving the backhand to everyone else and you, because let's be honest, the YouTubers that are making money aren't making as much money as they should be making. You could be making more money. You could be getting paid fairly by this platform. Whatever. Personally, and like I'm not for huge government, but I do think government maybe needs to start regulating shit like Twitter and YouTube, and you know, not letting them just do whatever the fuck they want. Epstein's death has been officially ruled a suicide. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it then. You know? Are we allowed to present differing opinions on the great fucking country of Wajikistan? Are we allowed, or is that a conspiracy theory? Ooh, a conspiracy theory. Even though most people on the left and the right think there's no way Epstein killed himself. Or there's something fishy going on here. I don't know. I wonder. How dare you threaten the hierarchy, you foolish serf? Oh yeah, I remember my place. That's the thing, yo. They basically tell you, like, oh, like, know your place. You get back in your place. This is you. I don't care about my, you know, I don't care about my standing when it's literally at the bottom. When I'm literally at the bottom, and it's like, what do you have to lose at that point? What do you have to fucking lose? No, I will oppose the hierarchy. It's bullshit. I will stand up for what I believe in. Censorship is a conspiracy theory. Shut the fuck up or face consequences. Yeah, can I make a video talking about the conspiracy of censoring conspiracies in order to keep legitimate conspiracies from coming to light? Or is that not allowed? Is that viewed as spreading misinformation? The wall. Jesus just rose again. Oh yeah. Let's see. No greed for more, no fear of loss. Yep. I have a feeling, if revealed, it could take down a Trump, Clinton, other governments, companies. I feel like all the elite know exactly what went down and knew for decades. Oh, of course they did. Of fucking course they did. You got fucking Jeffrey Epstein flying around on a pedophile airplane. Literally. Okay, I thought Alex Jones was just being ridiculous when he would go on about that. I thought, oh, it's just Alex Jones being Alex Jones again. Literally. They have fucking airplanes with child sex slaves. This dude has an island with child sex slaves. And he's friends with Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. He killed himself and we know it. Nothing to see here. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's been ruled a suicide, guys. It's been ruled a suicide. It's not like corruption is a thing. It's not like people lie. It's not like cover-ups never happen. Oh wait, no, that's conspiracy theories. Can't talk about that. All I want right now is my goddamn shoes. Yeah, well, go get your goddamn shoes. Bay of Pigs being a notable example. Oh, governments are bad at conspiracy. Bay of Pig, yeah. Yeah? Call Alex Jones for some male vitality bone broth. Some male vitality bone broth! The bone broth. Trust me, you're gonna want that bone broth. It'll solve all your problems, it'll make you feel better, it'll solve all your illnesses, you'll gain muscles like me, you'll lose weight. It's beautiful, it's amazing. Hey, maybe if Alex Jones was right about the pedophile airplanes and Jeffrey Epstein and the elites and their fucking elite pedophile ring, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right about the bone broth, dude. Maybe the bone broth is the fucking cure-all. Maybe that's why they shut Alex Jones down. That's what happened. They were like, no. You've actually created something that is like healing people, making people feel better, doing good things. It actually cures everything. It's bad for the pharmaceutical company. It's bad. This bad for everyone. Really, we gotta get rid of this guy. They buried him. Yeah, guys, this is what I've been saying. The bone broth is actually the cure for cancer. The bone broth is actually the cure for cancer. It's really great. The elites have been trying to bury this. And in fact, they told me they showed up. Right, I'm getting ready to go down go have a speaking engagement. And I get into a limo, right? These two men in suits with wearing sunglasses pull me into to this other limo. And I'm like, well, this isn't my limo. What are we doing in here? They sit me down. They say, shut the fuck up. They pull out guns. They put them down on the table. They open up a briefcase. They say, we're gonna sue you for everything you've got. We're gonna make you disappear. We're gonna make you disappear if you ever tell people
capabilities of this bone broth. We can't stop you from selling the bone broth, but in order to, we can't stop you from selling it, but you're not allowed to say what it does. So here's the thing. I finally decided I don't even care. I'm here to spread the truth. The bone broth. Bone broth is the cure for cancer, and that's why we're selling it right now. We actually upped the price a bit because it's actually such a risk for us to sell it because we're worried. We're worried. The elites are coming. Like I said, they pulled me into a fucking limo. They showed me a gun. They told me that this is what's gonna happen if you don't obey, if you don't do what we say. Look, this I'm putting my neck out on the line right now. I've been putting my neck out on the line, even selling this stuff. But now's the time. Now's the time for you all to buy this shit. Help support me. I'm out here trying to bring you the truth. And I'm trying to bring you the cure for cancer. So, make sure to buy that bone broth. Just $5,000 for one bottle of bone broth. It's a steal, really. And, you can get, 2 for $8,000. It's a steal, again. Great deals going on here.
Yeah. I'm not on camera. Whatever do I do? God damn it. Whatever will I do? Can you imagine JF hawking bone broth? Oh shit, that's the impression I should have been doing. Okay, motherfucker. Here today we have Alex Jones is on the show here. He has shared with me a wonderful product. It is called the bone broth. Now, bone broth is actually the cure for cancer. I was very shocked when I learned of this, but I actually tried it myself. Believe it or not, I actually have breast cancer, or I had breast cancer, and then Alex Jones sent me some bone broth, and it made my cancer go all away, and it also made my testicles finally drop. How would I say testicles? Yes. Anyway, so yes, this the bone broth. Should JF be deported? Deport JF. I don't know. I don't believe in deporting people for their ideologies. I don't believe, because I believe in freedom of speech. It made my testicles finally drop. Oh yes. Why do you think I talk like this, motherfucker? Unfortunately, they only dropped for about 3 days. In that time, I went and had a fight with Andy Worski, in which I actually won. But nobody was recording at the time, so there is no footage. But now my testicles have gone back to normal, and I am once again a little pussy beta cuck boy. Oh yes. Yeah. Let's give up. No, it won't give up that. Go back to your mama's pussy. Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, JF. Go back to... We don't even want to deport you. We want to deport you back to your mother's womb. Okay? And then we're going to deport your mother off of this fucking planet. Okay? She can go live on a fucking space station. Not one of the ones owned by America, though. She can go and stay on one of the abandoned Russian space stations, if they even want him. I doubt they even do. What are you talking about? We don't want this hateful, backwards, French-Canadian piece of shit on one of our space stations, even if there's no one on there. Mir was destroyed back in 2001. What was that, the space station? I don't know, dude. Deported to French land or wherever. Yeah, there we go. Deport him to France. That seems like the way to go. Anyway, yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour. I think I'm about done. So thank you everyone for joining me. Appreciate your views and your likes. Make sure to share this shit. Share it with everyone. Let them know that Lord Jae Darké is here. He's queer, and you need to fucking get used to it. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out. Piss off.